everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the FILMHOUNDS Podcast. You're here with me, Katie, and I'm here with Paul and David.
Hello.
That's actually Naval Captain David. He's ascended through the ranks of the Navy surprisingly quick, and we salute him from the HMS Pinafore.
I thought he got court-martialed, or whatever the equivalent of the Navy is.
They couldn't prove that he did it.
I just want to clear a few things up because I posted... well, and, you know, people listen to the podcast, thank you. But also I posted a clip of me giving my announcement, and quite a few people said, is it real? Is it real? I went... and also, we did record 2 episodes together the wrong way round, and then I ended up putting them together, so it might not have been clear that I did actually go. And they said to me, the Navy nowadays is not about all brawn and macho stuff like you are. We don't have Arnold Schwarzenegger anymore, do we? We have younger, beautiful people. So they said, sorry, David, you're too macho. I said, well, fair enough. I've got a podcast. I'll go back to that then. So that hopefully that's cleared a few things up for you all.
So if we ever lose a naval battle, it's because they don't want handsome, rugged macho men. They want dainty little ladyboy types.
They didn't say it. They said I was too macho, but they didn't say they only want
macho
little ladyboys. Just to clear that up.
I was going to say it's a bit discriminatory if they said, like, we only want this, but we don't want macho. But then again,
macho.
Navy.
Macho. So anyway, he's going to try his luck with the Marines.
I'll have a break because it took me a long time to apply. It was like applying for university.
Wasn't it like three questions on the website? Do you want to join? Do you want to kill people? Are you bothered if you die? And you put yes, no. And they were like, let's get this guy.
I was going to say, wouldn't the next question, because I always show those adverts where they're like, you could be a cook. And I'm like, I could be a cook.
I could be a cook, but if I was only good at cooking, I'd be a cook at a restaurant where I won't get my legs blown off.
I don't know. I feel like working as a cook on a ship, I think you're going to be less stressed than having to deal with like one of those like high-class London restaurants. They sound horrific. Like, go by the Bear here. Like, that just seems like one of the worst businesses.
Imagine trying to make a souffle on a rocking surface. Like, you've got to try and get it to rise properly, and the boat's going up and down in the Baltic Sea. Nah, fuck that noise.
Why would you make a souffle? Wouldn't you just, like, you know, make
because
some
people
cupcakes?
In the Navy have fancy taste too, Katie. They're not all bangers and mash.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking more like, you know, French and onion soup. Yeah.
French onion. You're putting the French in the onion soup.
French onion soup. Oh my God, we are getting away from ourselves. Anyway, so talking
this
to
has been the Naval Hounds Podcast.
Oh my God.
With Corporal Klein and Private Hogan.
Why am I Private Hogan and you're Corporal? Also, that's not in the Navy.
Do I look like I'm in the Navy? Do I look like a member of the Village People? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I happen to be dressed like a builder right now.
Yeah, why are you wearing a helmet?
Because I am one.
I was actually talking to
Top
Katie.
Banter. Because she is one as well. Top Banter.
Yeah, banter's over. Now we move on.
Now that we've caught up on David's, you know, status and his career, shall we move on to...
That wasn't a joke, by the way. I am too macho. Okay.
He is too macho for them.
Are you happy with that? Okay, I'm so glad. So moving on, we're going to be talking about what we've seen lately.
I saw a cat. I saw a pigeon.
I don't know.
Don't give me that look, Katie. You said what I've seen. I'm telling you.
Actually, do you want to talk about Jurassic Park, Katie? Because before we started recording, you were desperate to talk about it.
Boozing.
I've not seen that.
I am very desperate to talk about it, and I'll try and talk about it in the least spoiler way I can. I was going to say that at our drinks that we had, was it a couple of weeks ago? Like everybody was talking about Jurassic World Rebirth, and at the time I hadn't seen it yet, and I was adamant. Doesn't matter about mixed opinions of what people liking it and people not liking it. I was adamant I was going to see it because I'm a massive Jurassic dinosaur. You know, I just love Jurassic films and I love dinosaurs. So I was like, you know, win-win. I've got to go see it. And I have to say, cut to the chase, I was very disappointed. I was to the point where I was horrendously disappointed because, okay, I don't know how to talk about this now without like including spoilers, because I still want people to go and see it if they do love the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World films. I don't want people to not go see it just because I've just said these are all the reasons why it's crap. But
why is it not that
Too many
good
dinosaurs. Too many dinosaurs.
Too many were there?
Too many. There should have been maximum 5.
There was 5.
There was there. Fuck, there was more than that. There was 6. No, there. I don't know. No. What was your reason? Why didn't you like? You hate female leads. That's what it is.
Yeah, of all the people on this podcast, I hate female leads. So right,
where were the locusts? I missed the locusts from Dominion.
I don't miss the locusts. I mean,
that's a joke. I hate the locusts.
If you want to know what happened to the locusts in Dominion, go watch the movie because I don't want to spoil it. But okay, so the reason why I'm not a big fan of Rebirth is because it's 2 films crammed into one, and they could have literally just got rid of one story, stuck with the main storyline, and we could have had a complete film, and it would have been almost satisfying. But I think it could have done really well because. I'm just going to go on what the baseline of the story is. So we begin with the filmmakers negating everything that's happened for the last so-called 32 years, and dinosaurs no longer thrive and survive out in the world, apart from a very small patch near the equator, where apparently the climate fits their purpose.
Is it set in the world that happened on the last films? Like, is it continued, or is it just okay? Yes. So it's just complete follow up.
Yes, but they were kind of like pegged into a corner because, you know, like once you bring dinosaurs out into the world, where the hell do you go from there? So they had to kill all the dinosaurs off or have them dying off to then as the title suggests, they need a rebirth of the storyline, a rebirth of the franchise.
They could go to space. That's the next point.
I mean, why would you want dinosaurs in space?
Jurassic Moon.
This is the dream.
Found a way.
It's not that Nazi story where you can just have Nazis coming out from space and have no explanation for it. I think dinosaurs in space, you'd have to have a lot more reason. Plus, there's fun.
God, David, Nazis in space, very, very believable. Dinosaurs in space, you're talking out your ass, man.
Yes.
They've got little arms. How are they going to work the controls of a spaceship?
Get closer.
You use your brain. Big heads, little helmets. Come on, man.
Sci-fi means anything is possible.
I suppose, but like you could have dinosaurs on Mars. That's probably the next thing. But I really hope it doesn't get there because it feels like they're trying to steer the film back into what the film was all about. And it was about people messing around in a laboratory, creating things they shouldn't, and then watching the fallout and going, oh, what have we done?
Oh no, we made a giant lizard with massive claws that eats people, and now it's using its massive claws to eat people. Who knew?
Who knew? I mean, no one ever thought, like, should we...
moss meat-eating dino.
Exactly. I was just going to say, why didn't they just concentrate on the meat, on the plant eaters? It's just like, you want to push it. It's kind of like commenting on the pushing of genetics. Like, how far will you go before you sit back and think, should we do this? Well, actually, that's a line from the film, is it? You didn't even stop to think why you should be doing it.
You can't. You got to have the meatless animals in the zoo, but they're not the main attraction. Ain't no one going to a zoo to look at a zebra. They're going to look at a lion, and that's just.
I mean, I don't
No
like
one wants
zoos.
to look at. No one
I
wants
go
to
for
look
the
at
elephants, the llamas, and yes, I want to see a zebra.
Paint a horse, man. Cheaper.
You know what they need to do? Because this is what everyone's crying out for. I guarantee it. Remake the original. Everyone loves a remake.
You cannot this. I was going to say, this is probably one of the very few. Well, you shouldn't remake a lot of films, but this is one of the films that you can't really remake it. Hence why they did Jurassic World. That was their version of remaking it. But this is in a world where the park did open. We did create more dinosaurs. We did bring visitors to it. Like the dream was realized. So they can't really remake.
I do get what you're saying, and I agree. I think there were too many characters, and they were clearly very reticent to kill a lot of characters. So there was just, but not to give it away or anything, but the number of survivors by the end of the film was a lot more than should have been. There were at least two. There were at least two, and I think anyone who's seen the film can guess the two that should not have made it to the final reel.
I was going to say there's 4 characters that shouldn't have made it to the final.
The two I was thinking was and
Always lip reading.
He's mouthing.
Not Melvin. I'm lip reading.
He's mouthing who he believes should have been killed off. That's not helpful for the listeners at home. Yes, I was going to say, this is why I wanted to have a conversation about it, because I know Paul enjoyed it more. But I was going to say, to get to my point of why I didn't enjoy it, is because the fact that there's 2 films together, and I was going to say the 4 people who I think should have been killed off.
If it's the 4, I think you're a sadist. I knew it was the 4. I thought you're a sadist.
I've not seen the last film. I've not seen the newest one, and I'm not too bothered about seeing it. But Paul, why should I see it?
For me, I thought, not to filibuster or anything. If you're a fan of Gareth Edwards, I think you'll enjoy it, because I do think I think Gareth Edwards is very good at like sci-fi scale. If anyone saw like Godzilla or the
Monsters.
Creator, I thought Monsters. I thought the Creator was great. Rogue One also very good. I don't know what. I'm very critical when it comes to the Jurassic films, because I love them so much. I mean, I think everybody does to a degree. And I hated the worlds. I hated all the worlds. I don't even really like the first Jurassic World, outside of a couple of moments. So I was so disappointed by them that this film surprised me by how not awful it was. And actually, I think once you get past the first action sequence, I think it's quite. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I think maybe the bar was so low that they cleared it just by making a competent film that was about dinosaurs instead of locusts. They cleared that bar very easily, and they didn't blow the island up, which fucking Fallen Kingdom did. And it was like, don't blow up the island.
This is the thing. This is why, I feel like there was a need for them to sort of reset, because they'd made mistakes with the last 2. But just to be clear,
absolutely.
Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, massive flaws.
Awful.
I would still 100%. I watch those. I would happily rewatch those many times over, because I'm happy with what they are. They conclude that part of the story. Rebirth, I'm obviously, because I love the franchise so much, I'm open to what could be done. And I found the characters to be uncharismatic. And I found that the other characters that were brought in later, as like the second movie I keep referring to, as a complete waste of time. And I feel like they were trying to cram too many ideas into one film. And if they just concentrated on the main characters, the ones that were originally going to the island to collect their samples, because a pharmaceutical company needs samples to create a potentially life-saving drug. Who knows if it's going to work, guys? It's dinosaur blood. But they should have concentrated on that, because that was the interesting part, because this is why I'd say it takes us back to Jurassic Park, because the whole reason they're on this island is because this is yet another island that InGen, or like all the original creators, had to, genetically modify dinosaurs, create new dinosaurs, the dinosaur creation lab of horrors, basically. And of course, due to some kind of very hilarious error. I'm saying hilarious because of how small an error it is that literally brings down the entire island.
That is awful.
What, the tiny thing that happens?
Yeah, the Final Destination thing. It's awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. It got my back up, and I was like, "Oh, we are in trouble." If this is how you're opening the film,
yes,
we are in big trouble.
And
then they were doing loads of references, which was a problem. Like they did the objects in mirror closer than they appeared. They did when dinosaurs ruled the earth, and I was like, "This is the same thing that the other worlds did." Was, hey, you remember Jeff Goldblum? You love Jeff Goldblum. Here he is. Look at him. There he is. And oh, you love raptors. Here's a raptor in a kitchen. And everyone loves BD Wong. BD Wong's in one. Anyway, luckily, the film then stops doing that. So there's not a load of like overt references later on. And I enjoyed the action.
I mean, there is a lot of overt homages towards the end.
I know. But I felt like they got better than just going, "Do you like Jurassic Park?" Because I like Jurassic Park. Like, at no point, this isn't a spoiler, but at no point do we get, like a CGI de-aged Richard Attenborough going, "Spare nice spans," which I felt like if Colin Trevorrow did a fourth one, we definitely would have got a de-aged Richard Attenborough going, doing a Obi-Wan Kenobi message going, "I always wanted there to be another park."
Oh,
so luckily there was none of that shite, and it was at least tried to do something a bit different. But also, I have to admit, I love dinosaurs. I don't need these hybrid bullshit. Stop making these hybrid things. Just give me actual proper old school Coke classic dinosaurs. Don't give me the Rancor from Return of the Jedi. Don't be giving me no Rancor. If I wanted a Rancor, I'd watch Star Wars.
Yes, the design of the so-called D-Rex was also horrendously disappointing.
D-Rex.
Well,
it's called a D-Rex. This is what's in the mysterious lab in the opening sequence. You don't
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And they withhold it near to the end in a bit that kind of just feels overdone, and I'm bored at this point. And then it comes out and you're like, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen on screen. What is this abomination before me? This is meant to be a diner? But as Paul said, it looks like the Rancor and Cloverfield got together and did something terrible.
A little bit of Alien Queen, a little bit of Predator, a little bit of J.J. Abrams, a little bit of all of this mixed in. And it's like, yeah, but fundamentally, do you know what it doesn't look like? A dinosaur.
Yeah. I was going to say, I would go as far as to say that the film is basically the D-Rex. It's a mishmash of different things that worked on their own, but you put them all together and you've got a big mess.
I liked it a bit more than that, but I get your points, and they're not entirely invalid. They are fair points. I think I was just able to see past them and to be like, I ain't giving a fuck.
That's what I did with Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, just to say, like, I will overlook a lot. And I will be like, I'll enjoy it for what this is.
Why is this entire film set in a house?
It's great. It's like, it's a dinosaur horror movie that we all wanted.
You made the Indoraptor out of the Indominus Rex, but you need raptor blood. Wasn't the Indominus Rex wasn't the most important scene in the first Jurassic World when Chris Pratt goes, "That thing's part raptor"?
Yes.
So why do you need a raptor to make a raptor thing of a thing that was already part raptor? That doesn't make any
story reasons.
Doesn't make any sense. I hate that. And also, Fallen Kingdom has some of the worst moments, and one of them, and I have to mention this every time, when the paleo veterinarian, the dinosaur vet, goes to the island of dinosaurs, looks at a dinosaur and says, "I never thought I'd see one." You are a dinosaur vet. What do you fucking mean you never thought you'd see one? How did you become a paleo vet without actually seeing a dinosaur? That would be like if I took a dog to an actual vet and he went, "I never thought I'd see a dog." You're a fucking vet.
Yeah, that character made no sense. There's probably a reason why she never appeared in the series again.
Imagine going for open heart surgery, and just as the oxygen, the gas and air sends you under, the doctor goes, "I never thought I'd see a heart." You'd be like, "Oh, I'm fucked. I'm dead. I'm a dead guy." Anyway, I think this is better written than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, which I think are dino doo-doo. In the words of Jeff Goldblum, that is one big pile of shit.
Between the both of you, though, I've not seen it, so I'm using your discussion about it as can I be bothered to leave the house? And it's
Can you?
not really. I think at the moment we're finalising the next magazine, and I'm quite often sitting here on a laptop, something in the background. I feel like I can easily get away with half watching it, and to get away, because even you, Paul, you said you like it, but it sounds like you was more annoyed by it than you enjoyed it that much.
There's a lot that we can't talk about that would probably we'd be able to go into a deeper discussion about it. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff I like is spoilers.
And a lot of the reasons why I don't like it are spoilers.
Yeah. And we don't want to give no spoilers. We don't give no spoilers.
So we're just going to redact this entire conversation.
Redacted.
Let's wait for some music to come in. Paul, I know you've seen it because I watch your social media. I love your poses with all your mates doing your Superman pose or whatever, wearing your cape, getting carried on someone's shoulder. Beautiful. I love it.
That wasn't me. That was bloody Neil.
Well, or someone. Yeah, I'm lumping you all in as one because
I am the Senate.
So Superman, that's the big release this week.
A Superman that no.
So
watch me go. Watch that James Gunn movie go. Watch that James.
Katie, is this a film you will have seen, care about?
Well,
I mean, okay, it's not Marvel, but the only character in DC that I care about is
Wonder
Batman.
Woman.
Batman.
Green Lantern.
Excuse me, did you forget who played Wonder Woman? I've lost interest.
Linda Carter.
Yes, Linda Carter. That's correct. I do have
Kobe
respect for her.
Smulders in the Lego Batman movie. Yeah.
Yes, Kobe Smulders. Why didn't she play Wonder Woman? That would have been fine, right? Anyway.
She was going to, and Joss Whedon was going to direct it.
Oh. But yeah, in answer to your question, nah. Superman is not for me because anybody who listens to this regularly will know that I regularly shit on superhero movies now.
She no like the superheroes.
Superman for me is flawed, and I just can't get past the whole Clark Kent glasses thing.
Well, they explain it in the film. They explain it.
It's a bit stupid though, isn't it?
It is stupid. It just
that part.
Do
anyway.
you know what's a better explanation, right? Well, I used to know a guy who wore glasses all the time, and then he got laser eye surgery. And I'll be honest with you, the first time I saw him, I walked past him. Okay, when someone wears glasses all the time, and then you see them without glasses, they look weird.
Guess where I went this week?
Get glasses.
Smallville.
Opticians. Smallville Metropolis. Opticians there.
That's a very long commute to get an eye test. Are there none in London?
It was all PR stuff, wasn't it? They're marketing it. There was a whole town built. So they thought I wanted to pose with the Superman logo, but I was like, no, actually, I'd like to get my eyes tested, please.
What did you think of Superman? Not that I don't care about your eyes, but I assume they're fine.
I might be wearing some glasses soon, but it's audio. No one cares about how
age.
I look.
That's age anyway. That's just age. Everyone wears.
I was going to say, I actually wear glasses. Obviously, I'm not wearing glasses right now, but I wear them for the cinema. So when you said that you walked past your friend, I regularly walk past people I do know because I can't see them. And that's how I live my life. I only wear it for the cinema or if I'm driving.
It's also, but then the whole Clark Kent Superman thing is, does nobody put together that Batman has these fantastically expensive cars and toys, and nobody goes, we don't see Bruce Wayne very often, and he seems to be the only person who has the money to build a tank in the shape of a bat.
Nah, man, there's other rich people in Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's looking at Batman going, could that be Oswald Cobblepot? Because Oswald Cobblepot is a fat penguin man. Like, it's like all these things. It's with any of these situations, you're a bit like, eventually you'd be like, has anyone ever noticed Peter Parker seems to get really, really good pictures of Spider-Man?
Yeah, that one's very obvious. But I was gonna say there is at least two people who should know who Batman is, and one of them is yes, Commissioner Gordon absolutely should put two and two together.
Not to do a comic book thing, but it is in many, many comics they imply he does know and just ignores it because of a greater good. So there's a lot of times where like
the greater good.
Exactly. Shut it. There's a lot of situations where maybe Batman's identity might be obvious for a second, and he'll look the other way or not want to for whatever reason, or sometimes he makes a sly reference. He'll be like, you look very tired, Batman. You look like you went 3 rounds with a killer crocodile, if I could say so. And then Batman gives him a look, and then he's like,
Everyone in power allows certain things if it's for their own benefit, don't they?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
But yeah. So what did you think of Superman? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite fun. I do like James Gunn's films. I really enjoyed his Suicide Squad. Like I properly thought that was one of my films of the year when it came out. I was surprised how good I liked it. I like Guardians of the Galaxy, some of his older ones. But I just felt like if, putting him at, looking at it as a James Gunn film, I feel like it was one of his weaker films. But maybe that's just because his superhero ones I rate so highly. As a Superman film, I thought it was okay. I think that I've seen some of the criticism recently, and I kind of agree with it. In that I was watching it, I just feel like I was like, be more super. You're not human. I don't care about your human side. This is a superhero film. I just wanted him.
Does Superman actually? Because he's an alien, right? He's from Kryptonite. Yeah. Is it Kryptonite? Krypton.
It's more catchy calling him Superman rather than super alien, though. That's the
I suppose, but the fact that but if he doesn't have any human part in him, he's not Spock. He's not half, human, half Vulcan.
We've not seen what's inside his trunks, so we cannot fully say if he's fully human.
The whole thing with Superman and the thing that James Gunn does is, you absolute degenerate. Is what makes him human is his compassion, is his upbringing in rural Kansas. The fact that the things he goes through make him human. So what's more human than losing a parent? What's more human than having somebody dislike you for who you are? What's more human than feeling like an outsider? What's more human ultimately than unrequited love? Like, these sort of things are the things that make us human. Everybody falls in love with somebody. Everybody has to at some point lose a parent. Everybody's had that person that just doesn't like you, and you go, why don't you like me? There's just something about you I don't like. And all these things, these are the things that Superman goes through in a way, and also he's, very much a working class superhero. He, grew up on a farm. He's not part of the 1% like old Brucey Wayne, sat in his ivory tower beating up the mentally ill.
He lost 2 parents. Remember that.
Yeah. I didn't know that. They've never shown it in any film, have they?
And what does he spend his time doing? Beating up the people he should help. Stop beating up the poor mentally ill Batman. Put some money back into the community, you ivory tower bastard.
He does. He gives money to charity.
I know he does.
Are you kidding me? He does philanthropy.
I'm messing. Batman's like one of my favorite superheroes anyway, but it's just fun to make fun of.
But he is flawed, actually, 100%. But I would never have said that Superman is the working class's superhero.
I'm on Lex Luthor's side in this film, I'll be honest. Like, Superman is...
He's a menace!
He's born with that power. He hasn't earned it. He can abuse it. Right. No, but seriously, I found it was enjoyable. I was a bit annoyed with some things.
I think I liked it a bit more than you, because I'm with you. I liked for me, I didn't like all the setting up the franchise stuff, all the stuff with the Justice Gang, and
Yeah.
as fun as they were, and don't get me wrong, because I thought that Eddie Githegi as Mr. Terrific was good,
Yeah.
and I thought Nathan Fillion was very good as Green Lantern. I thought he was
Sorry.
very fun. Yeah.
Can I? Oh my God! Sorry, the hand appeared on the screen. I didn't realize that happened because I was just like, "Hang on a minute. Did you say Mr. Terrific?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
There's
this
a
film,
character called Mr. Terrific.
yeah, if he
Yeah, he's a
was,
superhero.
if it was
What?
called Mr. Terrific, I would, instead of Superman, you wouldn't have been like, oh, why is this called Mr. Terrific? Because it could have been his film. You know what I mean? Like you said,
He does
the
get all the
gang,
best bits.
yeah, the
Oh, okay.
gang,
Okay, it's a character.
the gang kind of just took over a bit, and this is where it's a bit annoying. It's like Superman, like it's like there's a dog, there's a gang. Lois Lane is quite like she has, let's say, power without giving no spoilers away what she does. You know, big influence.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of characters. That was a concern I had going in because I knew about them all. I was thinking, how are you going to juggle all of the people at the newspaper and Superman and Lex Luthor and all of Lex Luthor's baddies, and then this guy and that guy and this girl and the dog and the robots and the this and the giant kaiju monster and the this one and the that one. So I do think there is a lot in it, and I do think that ultimately, without spoilers, the final battle where the town's falling in and then he has to fight another super person, I found it a bit boring because I was a bit like, I've seen this.
But you know what I was thinking? It's kind of a bit, haven't been a fan of James Gunn. It feels a bit like ticking boxes. Is he a one-trick wonder? He needs a gang to wisecrack on each other. Is it a Marvel? They need a big battle at the end to end it. It's smart. It could be a Marvel film.
For me, the things that I've always liked in Gunn's films is how he dispatches the villains. Because I really like in the first Guardians film when they all have to join hands to combine the power of the stone. I think that's also because it's emotional. Because when he's holding the stone and it's killing him, and then Gamora puts her hand out and he, for a second, sees his mum. And at the beginning, he didn't take the mum's hand, and then he finally does. And they join hands, and he does that with the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. That's a great moment.
So good.
And then I really love the bit in Volume 2 when he's facing off against the dad, and he makes the choice. And there's that great line, which I think is such a Superman line, when Kurt Russell's got him, and he goes, "If you kill me, you'll be just like everyone else." And then Star-Lord goes, "What's wrong with that?" And I think that's a great moment. And I also love Guardians 3 when Rocket just annihilates the High Evolutionary and he just rips them out. Like you, dude. Yeah. That's what you get. But I felt like here it was just a super guy and a super guy, punch, 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 through the building, smashy, smashy. And actually, earlier on in the film, there's a great bit where Superman's in a river, like a super space river, and he's holding a baby, and he's trying not to let the baby drown. And all these monsters are attacking him, and he's holding this baby. And I'm like, that is more Gunn than the other stuff. That's funnier and more exciting because it's like Superman's trying not to let this baby drown, and the baby's freaking out, and there's all these monsters attacking. And I'm like, that's way better, in my opinion, than just two super guys wailing on each other.
Yeah, but you said about the fights. Like looking back, I think it was Guardians 3, the bit towards the end when they were all going through the corridor fight. That shot's amazing. But did you notice this film? I found it got a bit repetitive and annoying when they kept doing the close-ups and the weird shots.
Yeah,
it worked perfectly on the Guardians. This felt like it was not exactly the same. It just felt a bit annoying after a while.
Like I say, I think for me the stuff that works best is when it was very heartfelt. I do think it's a very heartfelt film, and there's a lot of emotional bit. I mean, maybe you might disagree. I thought the bit on the farm was a very lovely moment of, like, again, Superman's inner life, and the final scene did get me choked up. But I think it is a good lesson for Gunn to learn what works and what doesn't. If he's going to be the architect of the DC movie universe, I think he's going to have to learn, sometimes less is more. Sometimes you don't need Green Lantern. As great as Nathan Fillion is, maybe we don't need him wisecracking. Maybe we don't need, as funny as it is to see a giant green middle finger mess. Also, I thought that subplot was the whole war subplot. I thought was a little bit.
It's a bit cringy.
I don't know.
It
was just a bit like, I get that Superman is a bit like Captain America, a character that takes on real world issues, but I was just a bit like, I don't know how it's going to play.
Do we think that he wants to go to? It was very, in some ways, very comic booky, and that like the storylines was black and white. It's like there is a war. Superman must save him to be good. It wasn't as like nuanced as it could have been. It was just trying to be like, this is the new Superman. He's a good guy. There's no darkness in him.
Yeah, I think so. And I think the issue is, if you're like the whole stuff with Jimmy Olsen and the subplot with him and the girl, and these alternate dimensions that have prisons in them, is very comic booky, which is great because it's a comic book movie. Be comic booky. It's about a guy who wears a pair of pants outside his trousers. But when you're then slightly starting to dabble in the real world, you have to kind of be like, I don't know how you do the fight the kaiju monster, but also talk about a conflict that is killing thousands of people right now. And I thought that was
I have an overarching question.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy quite a few times. I'm a massive fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. I was very happy with all three of those films, and it was consistent. But the thing with Superman compared to Guardians of the Galaxy is that there have been numerous iterations of Superman, and everybody knows Superman. Like we know what to expect. We kind of can guess what will happen with various bits and pieces. And even though it's a new chance to overdo everything and negate everything before, but with Guardians of the Galaxy, because no one had ever seen any of these characters on screen, it was a chance for him to sort of, James Gunn, to imprint his own version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And so we were able to get to know these characters from scratch almost. And each step of the way, like you mentioned, how emotional it was, and how like we got attached to these characters. Everything was well written, everything was well played out, everything was well cut together each and every time. And with Superman, because we already know this guy, really, is he really going to be that much different to every iteration? So do you think that James Gunn is this is a bigger challenge than he's probably anticipated?
I think this is why he probably focused on the other characters a lot more, because in some ways it's hard for him to change Superman that much. Other than like we said, boy, it's a bit like humanized him. When I said I was a bit like, why does he need help every single step of the way? Like at least when spoilers, there's a break there, see, so I didn't give it away. But basically, this film starts off with. Can I spoil it for you, Katie?
Yeah, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, right. Like he loses his first battle ever, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But from there, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, the whole way through, he's like almost losing, and someone else helps him. You got to win some things to be Superman.
Is it kind of like, in The Fifth Element, where right at the end, where Lilu's like, ugh, and they're like, oh, and everyone's just like, you gotta like give her hope, give her something, and she's like, everything's really shit. And then Corbin Dallas is like, no, I love you. Like, wake up, do your thing, become the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone else is doing to Superman.
I think, like I started off saying, I think that probably the reason there's so many characters is to make spin-offs, but also because Superman, we know who Superman is, or you can't really change him that much. So at least he can introduce Mr. Terrific. What's the girl's name? Hawk Girl?
Hawk Girl, yeah.
Here's Hawk
Girl. Sorry, can I just go back to Mr. Terrific? What does Mr. Terrific do, or is that a spoiler?
He's got like technology. He's very good with technology.
Isn't that Cyborg?
No,
but he's not technology, but he's good. He's got like a lazy boy that he sits in and it shoots things.
It's hard to explain.
They never really fully explain what his powers are.
But he's pretty cool. He's probably
He's quite funny.
Yeah.
Is it like the Peter Capaldi character, or like the Peter Capaldi character, Thinker, or something that's in Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
Not
I think
really.
the problem with Superman is obviously I think Gunn, if you're going to launch a universe, you start with Superman, and I feel like Gunn, as one of the two co-presidents of DC Studios, was like, right, I'm the director that's the head of the studio. I should probably handle the first movie to lay the table out, but I don't think that his style was fully equipped, because his films nowadays aren't, they're not really, loads of what he's done are ensemble films. He's never really done a one protagonist movie. Even when you go back to, I'm going to mention it, Scooby-Doo, it's a team. And he wrote those. But the Mystery Inc. gang are a team. And so those two movies are a team movie. And then you look at his Dawn of the Dead, which he wrote, and that's really an ensemble piece. And then, then you get to, like, even to an extent, Slither is really about a town under siege from these worm monsters. It's not really a one-person story. And the Guardians and the Suicide Squad and everything he's done since have all been ensemble pieces.
Even his cartooners. He did a DC cartoon.
Even Creature Commandos is a team. And so it just feels like he's not equipped to deal with a single person narrative. He's good at, this guy does this and this one does this, and he is, I would say, now that Joss Whedon's cancelled, he is probably the best in the industry at the team banter. Like, you think about all the best scenes in his movies, and they are scenes of people going like, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Like even in the Suicide Squad, when they're talking to Peter Capaldi and they do the thing where it's like, you try to betray us, you die. You try to run away, you die. And then Harlequin's like, you cough without covering your mouth, you die. He's like, no. Although, don't take that as a reason to cough without covering your mouth. Like, he's really good at those things. He's not so good at one guy going through a journey, which I think is why he fell on the crutch of, let's put these other characters in, which is a shame, because I do think David Corenswet is good. I think he is a really good Superman, and I think I did like the stuff with Lois Lane as well. I thought the romance element, because I feel like...
Do you think, going back to the group thing, sorry, just first, but I think that one of the reasons why it is slightly annoying is because Superman almost just became part of the gang straight away.
Yeah.
And it's
I do.
It's the Superman film. We don't know these characters. They shouldn't be wisecracking with us straight away. Have a reason for them to connect. But like you said, maybe he shouldn't have directed the first one as a gang film. Yeah.
That's my question. I was going to say, who do you think should have directed the Superman film?
I think James Gunn should have done it, but I think he should have tried a different tact with it. Even if it was a Marvel trick of doing a Superman film, and the end of the film introduced this wisecracking gang, rather than just bang, they're in it straight away. This is the world.
And Paul, you said Brad Bird. Okay.
Yeah, because he'd have made it like a cartoon, and I think that would have worked. But yeah,
one thing I don't think they should do, if they're ever planning to do it, is introduce Patterson's Batman into a world. I think they need to have it cartoony.
I think they've outrightly said that their Batman's going to be like an older Batman.
But sorry, you said about Superman and Lois Lane's relationship.
Oh no, just that I think when you do Superman and Lois Lane, I think you have to get that relationship right, because I do think that's core, and I think Gunn clearly loves the original Christopher Reeves movies to the point where the score is constantly doing the John Williams score, and
I found that annoying.
I did as well. I was a bit like, come up with your own thing.
That was really annoying, actually, because every time Superman did anything.
Also, it was like he'd stand up, dun 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 dun, and then he'd turn around, dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
he'd start flying. Da, 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 da. It was a bit like, all right, I get it. I like John Williams too, but
blew his nose.
Yeah, dun, 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 dun. It sort of became like, in the old DC universe before, whenever Wonder Woman showed up, it'd just go da 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 da, like over and it's like, yeah, I get it, it's a good thing, but you're going too far with the music, lads.
Do you know what they should do? They should release a Snyder cut of this film with less music. We should start a campaign to release a Snyder cut.
But it's directed by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Instead of playing the John Williams theme, it should just play "Get Away" by Lenny Kravitz every single time. It's just, I wanna fly away, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, I was thinking about it because for the Guardians of the Galaxy film, the music perfect, like everything works. I feel like this was a bit annoying. All the trying to make them, oh yeah, we love punk, like it all just didn't really fit. The music, all of the music, the soundtrack
It was quite funny. The conversation about Clark being like, "I'm punk rock," and it's like, you're not. And it's like, he's not. The end song, "I'm a punk rocker," was quite a funny choice. I didn't quite like that.
But yeah, maybe that's part of the joke, but I just found all the music annoying. Overall, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I do like Gunn, so I'm looking forward to what he does bring to it. I think the new Peacemaker's coming soon as well, and he's in the same world. So I imagine we're going to see some crossover.
I'm cautiously optimistic about the DC universe moving forwards because I enjoy Creature Commandos. I did enjoy it. I didn't like the animation style, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was quite funny. And I did enjoy this Superman. I did. And I like Peacemaker, and I know that's coming back. And also I know that they're still slowly building up the world, but the Green Lantern show looks quite good. And it's got Aaron Pierre and Carl Chandler in it and Kelly MacDonald, and I like them, and Garrett Dillahunt. And Supergirl. I'm quite after Superman. I'm quite positive about how Supergirl's going to go.
Is there going to be a film or a series?
Film. It's going to be a film. It's directed by the guy who did I, Tonya and Cruella, Craig Gillespie. And I think I liked I, Tonya. I thought that was a very.
I like Cruella.
Film. I didn't like Cruella.
It was alright.
Did you like the Fright Night remake? With Colin Farrell and Anton Yelchin.
I've not seen that.
Good film. You should check it out. The Fright Night remake. It's good.
So, Katie, I'd say watch it if you like James Gunn.
All right. Well, we all know I won't watch Superman, sadly. Do you know what? I've only ever seen. So I saw one of the Christopher Reeve Superman films, and I'm like, I think I've had my fill.
If it was called Super Alien, you'd be all over it.
If it was called Super Alien, I would absolutely be watching it because I'd be like, oh my God, he's embracing his identity.
Live your truth, Super Alien.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a cute doggy in it, though.
I know. I was going to say I'd watch it for the dog. So I watched the dog cut. I'm waiting for the super dog cut.
Release the dog cut.
Yeah. I hope they put less of him in it if they release one because I found, again, a little bit annoying.
Yeah, less is more. Less is more, lads. Less is more.
Well, that's all I'm interested in.
And apart from those two major monster releases, have we seen anything else that we'd like to flag or say was good or just give a shout out to?
I have something, but I just thought there's a film that's out at the moment that I probably won't see, but has any of you seen Bring Her Back?
No, but
not
I want to.
Yet.
Because I've heard it's like brutal and like pretty sick and terrifying. Even people that are well into horror. Yeah, so I'm
watching it was pretty intense. So I'm geared for this film, but no, I've not seen it yet. I'm very much looking forward to enduring it.
I'm very much looking forward as well. This was one of the horror films I think when we had Becky on. I was like, this is what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. That was one that she was very excited for. I remember her being very positive about.
Well, her review should be dropping soon, as she is the one who will be reviewing it for FilmHounds. So we can all look forward to that one, eh?
I've started what have we been watching with something I haven't seen. So, but yeah, film wise, as I've said, I've been trying to finalize the print magazine, which we are a print magazine, as we will probably say, remind everyone. But shows wise, I watched and highly recommend The Rehearsal by Nathan Fielder. Uh, the second series, I like watched them both, but because they kind of follow on in some strange way. But I highly recommend you watch The Rehearsal. It's kind of unique, crazy, and I think Nathan Fielder is a genius. And I've also gone back, so I've watched the first two series, watched those, but he showed Nathan For You. I only watched the first series before I saw this, so I'm going through the four seasons at the moment.
There's 4 seasons of The Rehearsal. I thought it only came out last year.
Nathan For You, there's 4.
Ah, okay.
And he is himself. He's playing himself. Is he a character? Is he a real person? But yeah, I really recommend that. I would say it's so unique. It's like art, and I think you'll both enjoy it.
Okay. Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, maybe watch Nathan For You first, so you get his character, and then build up towards the finale of The Rehearsal season 2, because it is.
Or can we go in cold and go straight to The Rehearsal?
I think you can go in cold. I think you can. I only watched the first series of Nathan For You, so you get his character, even if you watched a couple of episodes. But yeah, The Rehearsal is separate, but he alludes to some of the things he's done before. But yeah, maybe speed run The Rehearsal so you can get to the end of season 2 without any spoilers, because it's amazing.
Okay.
And saying it's amazing isn't a spoiler, because
now I'm going in with expectations.
Low expectations, please.
What a twist! Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
no, excellent. No, I'll give that a watch actually, because that sounds quite intriguing.
Need to add this to the list, my long list of things to watch.
Add it to the list.
Which I should be doing instead of rewatching Stranger Things, which is what I've been doing. And we finally finished and ready in time for the ridiculous 5th season that's going to be inflicted upon all of us.
I've only seen the first series still when it came out, and I'm well behind.
I'm on Twitter. I don't need to watch it. I've seen all the good bits.
What, season 5?
Of Stranger Things. I know what happened. Eggo's upside down thing with the lights, running up that hill with no brow. I've seen it all. It's fine. I've seen all the good bits. I don't need to watch all the filler between Eggo's. She's got a nosebleed. Poor old Samwise Gamgee. Dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun,
Wait,
dun, dun,
so
dun.
Paul, are you saying you've never seen Stranger Things?
Nah.
Oh.
I was going to watch it during lockdown, but then, like I say, I saw all the good bits on Twitter, so I don't need to.
Get off Twitter, Paul.
Get off Twitter.
No, saves me time watching TV shows. I just get all the spoilies. I see all the good bits.
But seasons 1 and 2 of Stranger Things is good. Like, it's worth watching.
I'll be honest with you. I'm just waiting till it's all done, and then I can watch it in one complete go. My problem is with Netflix. You get proper into a series. It's got 2 seasons. You're proper into it. You're loving it. When season 3, it's cancelled. Oh well, I've just wasted 14 hours getting invested in these characters, and you've ripped my baby away from me.
Well, at least you know that this is successful, and I assume the last series is that.
It's the last,
It's the last series.
Now,
the children are in their 30s. You can't do it anymore.
Poor old Millie Bobby Brown's going through menopause. It's ridiculous. Hey, kids, let's do our final year of high school. They've all got beards.
Also, just going back to Nathan Fielder with something that hasn't got cancelled, but he does another show called The Curse with Emma Stone.
Yes, I was going to say, I feel like The Curse and The Rehearsal are some kind of weird cousins, but yes, this makes sense because it's the same guy.
The Curse is more like a drama. The Rehearsal and Nathan For You are comedies. Not documentaries, but real life people are involved, and he's around it. I'd say it's quite unique. So you have to see it to understand it.
Because I have, well, apart from Stranger Things, I've gone through like a taster session where I've like watched one episode of some things that I am interested in watching, and I will eventually get back to it. Like I watched one episode of Murderbot, loved it on Apple TV.
I watched and I've enjoyed it.
I'm loving that. So I need to finish watching it, but I got annoyed that it was one episode per week, so I was like, I'm going to give it a bit. Then I'm really late to the game on this one, but I watched an episode of Alex Cross, that's on Prime, because I rewatched the films with Morgan Freeman in them, and on came a spider and kissed the girls. So I was like, let's watch Alex Cross. But I don't have any fully fledged recommendation apart from a film that comes out in July. And
it is July.
Well, later on in July.
Okay.
And it's called Oh Hi. And it's got Molly Gordon in it of Theatre Camp and Booksmart fame. She actually directs this film, and she plays this woman who's been dating this guy played by Logan Lerman. I want to say Logan Lerman, and I'm going to probably regret that because I think that's not his name.
Oh, the bear. Right, I know who she is.
Yes, and Molly Gordon is also in The Bear. She plays Claire.
In The Bear.
In The Bear.
Is that fair?
But yeah, so basically the premise is that she's been dating this guy for a while. She seems really happy. They go on a romantic weekend away, and they raid the Airbnb's owner's closet and find a few kinky things. Something among them is handcuffs. So she handcuffs her boyfriend to the bed. They have fun times. And then afterwards, he manages to say, we're not actually, like, this is not serious. Whereas she's been thinking this has been serious the entire time. And then what happens is she doesn't, take the handcuffs off like an adult and go about her business and say, like, screw you, I'm going to leave. She leaves him handcuffs to the bed to try and convince him for the rest of the weekend why they should be together. And that is the premise of the film.
Okay.
A bit like Gerald's Game, but weirder.
Yes. What an excellent comp. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, except it's funnier.
Okay.
And sweeter, but also very silly because, handcuffing someone to the bed and, not letting them free is kidnapping.
Thank you for letting us know what that is.
There you go, just so you know.
I don't condone kidnapping, so I won't be watching it because I only watch films that subscribe to what I believe in.
Superman.
Dinosaurs.
Yep. I believe in dinosaurs. I believe in talking dogs. Talking dogs are good. Handcuffing people to beds is bad, okay?
Have you seen Waffle Doggy?
He's just a clever bug. He's such a clever dog you are.
Please don't sing that song.
Okay, on that note, Paul, do you have a recommendation?
That was it.
Do I have a recommend? No. All I've been watching recently is old episodes of Doctor Who. I've just been doing a Doctor Who rewatch. Dun, 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 dun. So no, not really. I've been boring and only watching mainstream crap, like Jurassic World, Fallen, Super Person, Man. But yeah, I've got nothing really to recommend. Sorry, guys. Go see Superman. It's good fun.
There you go. I was going to say we don't want to end on a downer.
What else is coming out soon?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, yeah. Oh,
Fantastic Four.
So
that's the theme tune, by the way. That's not just me having a seizure.
I am shortly going to Disney World, everyone. With
on his own, not
my
with
family, but my dad will be there, and
just you and your dad.
Yeah, but I want to see Fantastic Four of him. He had not seen, so I thought this was going to be his first Marvel film, but because there's a big Guardians of the Galaxy ride, he's actually watched that now. So, which is one of the best ones. So he's probably going to think Fantastic Four is going to be amazing. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've not seen any of the other Fantastic Four films, so I'm optimistic.
Just going cold. Don't watch the older. Don't watch the other versions. Just don't do it. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't even look it up.
If you want to watch a film that is so bad it makes you question if any film has ever been good, watch the Josh Trank version from 2015. It is so bad, it will make you go, is Miles Teller actually a bad actor?
And then you will look at it and compare it to the D-Rex and go, what is worse?
Yeah,
It's fantastic. Say that again.
I'm looking forward to it because I haven't seen any of them. Everyone else is like, good luck.
Yes, good luck. Godspeed.
And as you know, I go in with low expectations, so this is a big, big, fantastic mistake.
Well, I'll look forward to both your reviews because I'm guessing you're both going to go see it. So I look forward to what you both have to say, and I will try and refrain from being negative about it because I like the cast. End of thought there.
I like the
cast. The end. I don't give a shit about the characters or anything else.
Even if it's bad.
I'll hear you both out for when we return after our summer break, aka David's holiday. Okay, well, thank you for joining us on this latest episode. Remember, as David said, we are a print magazine. We are a print magazine. And the latest one should be with you in August. And hopefully our pre-order button will be ready for you to click on so you can buy yourself a copy. As well as a print magazine, we are a website, and obviously we are a podcast. So we are everywhere in a non-threatening way. But yes,
depends if you buy the magazine.
Yeah.
We might get threatening if you don't buy the magazine. We might have to start busting some heads.
And on that note, we will go for our summer break and we'll join. I don't know. I was going to say we'll join you all, but that's a bit weird. But we'll be back in August, whether you like it or not.
Stop clapping.
Why is she clapping? I don't understand, but all right.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
Silent clapping as well.
Silent clapping.